Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. So we're going to do a quick reading this morning. Like I've said before, poison ivy beat me up, so we won't be seeing the eyes for some days. And I apologize for that, but it's either we see this or we don't see it. And I think it's best we don't see it right now. So we're still working on Tet. It's the number 9. It's Hebrew. For instance, the birth of a child, a new birth. 9 is really important right now, and I've been getting this. It's TET. It's also 3 letters. And we're going to try to quickly read through this. I may have been able to find something better, but this is Hebrew for Christians.com. And I also want to mention the way that the letter is made is like this. See it? And you start with the loop first and you loop around. It's in the order of a tail. The 9th letter of the Hebrew alphabet is called Tet. Rhymes with mate and has the sound of T as in tall. The letter Tet is the 9th letter of the alphabet, having the numeric value of 9. It's like a snake coiled inside a basket, whereas the classical Hebrew script is constructed of 2 preceding letters, Vav and Zan, also joined and somewhat resembling a snake. The mystery of Tet. Tet. Tet is a paradoxical letter that it reveals both good and evil. The form of the letter is inverted, suggesting hidden goodness, like that of a woman who is pregnant with child. However, sometimes the potential of goodness is perverted and impurity or filth results. Tet is the least frequently occurring letter in the scripture. The least. Yod is the most popular. The letter first appears in Genesis 1:4. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. But note even here that there is a sort of paradox. God saw that the light was good, but God separated the light from the darkness, thereby making a distinction. Tet in the mystery of evil. God is the source of all that is good in the universe. Give thanks to the Lord of hosts, for he is good. Jeremiah 33:11. Yet even though God is categorically good, since he is the ultimate reality and creator of all, he is the one who ultimately controls the affairs of humankind, both the good and the calamitous. I form Yotzer, the light, and create darkness. Chozek. I make peace, shalom, and create evil or calamity. I, the Lord, do all these things, Isaiah 45:7. That's why I kind of sometimes laugh when people say that the Lord is only the orchestrator of order. Billy, silly gooses. How the Lord uses evil in the universe for his own good purposes and a mystery is a mystery. But we are assured that all that God created was good, Genesis 1:31, and that he is steadfast and love endures forever. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, he is good, for he is steadfast, love endures forever. The 2 possibilities of man it represents, evil and good, as a choice. Just a little more. When a man, Vav, is bowed down before the crown man, Zan, taking upon himself his yoke, Chet, then his soul is subject to the discipline of the Lord. And the 9-fold fruit of the Spirit, the 9 fruits of the Spirit, will grow in his life. Galatians 5:22-23. This man will die to himself and all that is outside the yoke of Christ. Luke 9:23. On the other hand, if the soul refuses to bow down and instead rebels, the inner life will take on the characteristics of the serpent, Satan. If the man chooses to live for himself, relying on his own inner sense of autonomy, he will share the fate of Satan and eat dust or the stuff of the flesh. This principle can be seen in the story of Moses and in his staff, Exodus 4:2-4. The staff represented the scepter of Moses' human authority, which God asked to be thrown down in obedience to him. When he did so, the carnal staff was transformed to become the spiritual staff of the Lord. Even though it still contained the principle of the serpent within. Later, Moses sinned by using his staff in a carnal way. By striking the rock twice, indicated that he had attempted to retake his own autonomy instead of yielding to the will of the Lord. In short, how the tithe will be represented depends upon our personal decision to give our lives to the Messiah and be yoked together with him. He will choose to surrender our lives, offering ourselves as life sacrifices, or will be inwardly rebel and live in the selfish pride that marks the devil. I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore choose life. Deuteronomy 30:19. Crowned letters. In some Torah scrolls, 8 Hebrew letters are given special adornment by attaching 3 tangin or crownlets to them. Collectively, these letters are sometimes called Shanetzkets, letters for Shin, Ayin, Tet, Nun, Nun, Zayin, Gimel, and Sad. Midrash ascribes the origin of the Tagin as part of the Matan Torah. So in essence, what I'm trying to get to here is, yes, I hesitate because I certainly wouldn't want to be wrong about this, to reiterate it more than once. Not that many watch, but I do want to thank you for the 260 people here. I know Jesus Stations and probably the way I have approached things is not probably very, very popular. And videos were nearly impossible to watch at one point because of hacking on my videos. Is that God is really showing me that this is going to be looking like a full takedown because so much devastation and rubble will occur. But he is rising up a new government and a new army, and it's going to take a little bit of time, and there's going to still be some rough stuff, but that he's going to turn this around. And there was so much more I wanted to express about 9 and what he's revealing to me with it. But that it mainly is like the birth of a child, a new life. It may not look that way right now, and there may be a lot of chaos, and everyone wants to think that God would never allow the chaos, but he does. And someone say that he would never orchestrate chaos, but he has, and he allows it for purposes of good. So understand that what you currently see is not the permanent reality. He is rebuilding something, but boy oh boy, is it going to feel like the full end. We're not going to tolerate data centers, biometric scanning, farmers being completely annihilated, vaccine shots that kill us. We're not doing any of it. So, and the Lord knows that. And He is going to rebuild the nations that He wants to win. Period. And it's not going to be America. Or is it? Or is it? Let's see. Let's see what the Lord does for the people. And on that note, you guys have a good day, okay? Bye.